have is a whole list of options for problem, idea, metaphor that you can turn into content. Each one of those, put those together, one problem, one idea, one story, there is a piece of content for you. So basically, I don't know how many post-it notes you've got, but you can probably turn each, 3 of those post-it notes into a topic, and that gives you on brand, on point ideas for future content. However, what we have come here today to do is to create some IP and some frameworks. So we want to be able to put this together in a way that's going to help us create a teachable framework for our brand, for our key thread. And so there is a next step in this process. And the next step in this process is for us to create clusters. Basically, what clusters mean is we're going to think of overarching themes for some of the content and ideas that you've got on your pages. So there are a number of ways that you can nut this out. Today, we're going to create one. So by the end of the day, you will have a framework, a teachable framework, your IP model that is catchable, that you are going to be sharing with us in the group. And so what we're going to do is go through this process, but just because we've done it once doesn't mean that you are done. Once we are done for today, my encouragement to you is go back and review everything that you've popped down onto your post-it notes and start to create frameworks. Because, even with Speakers Institute, there are more than 10 teachable frameworks in the program, and we have looked at them. So what we need to do is we need to cluster. What that means is we need to find common themes amongst each of your areas. So in a moment, what we're going to do is you're going to head back to looking at your boards. You're going to look at your problems. So you're going to go through all your problem notes and find ones that fit together. When I say fit together, I mean they have a common theme. They are connected in some way. They might overlap, and you can group them in a cluster. And then using your purple post-it note or the other color that you haven't used yet, you're going to put the overlapping themed problems together. You're going to use a post-it note and you're going to give it one word or 2 or 3 words. So this word identifies what this cluster is about. So it could be mental health. It could be awareness. It could be early childhood. It could be that moment of decision. And so we're going to use those purple post-it notes. We're going to cluster them together. So we've got your content ideas and we're going to cluster them. So for example, you might have problem, and they might all be under the theme of mental well-being or childhood trauma or business experiences or problems. So think about how they overlap and put them all together for your problem themes. Then, I'm sure you're going to guess what we're going to do next. But next, we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to look at our ideas. So where are the common themes? Which ones are linked? Which bring together clusters that make sense? And again, use a purple post-it note. Same thing. Use a purple post-it note and come up again with one word or maybe 2 or 3 words, no more, that identifies what that cluster is about. So it might be resilience. It might be face-to-face training, spiritual awareness, restarting, universal laws, early intervention. You get the picture. And then with stories are a little different because we can actually find stories that go along with multiple places. So we're just going to leave the stories as they are for now and sift through our problems and our ideas and put them into clusters. So we are going to spend the next, let me just check how much time we have for this. We are going to spend the next 15 minutes 15 minutes working through this. So we'll go until 5 o'clock. I'm going to ask you guys to stay here, just turn around, go back to your boards, have a look, find overarching themes, bring them together, both problems in clusters and ideas in clusters, and give them a title. Let's spend 15 minutes on that right now.